So hey guys, welcome to this session, and in this session we're going to take up a bar graph, and this will be a special kind of a bar graph. I'm going to show you the graph, and let's understand what the graph is all about, and then we can start solving the questions. So this kind of a bar graph is a stack bar graph. Now why are we calling it as a stack graph? Because a lot of values are stacked one on the other, right? So before we get started with this graph, let us understand what the graph is all about. So the following graph shows the percentage of different types of bikes produced by the company during 5 years. These are years 2013 to 2017, 5 years. Total number of bikes produced by the company in 2013 to 2017 are respectively these values. And these are the five types of bikes: P, Q, R, S, and T. So the bottommost value represents P, above it Q, then R, then S, and then T, and so on and so forth, right? On the left hand side, on the vertical axis, you can see that the values are basically given in terms of percentage, and on the horizontal, we given years, right? And it is told that 24,000 bikes were produced in the year 2013. So what does that mean? Let us understand this further. So if this value, this entire stack represents say 24,000 bikes, of which 20% bikes were of model or the brand T, right? What is this? This is brand or model? Type. So let us say type T. So if you want to understand how many of type T bikes were produced or manufactured in 2030, all we need to is to calculate 20% of 24,000. So 10% is 2400. This becomes 4800, right? This is the kind of calculation we should be able to do, and we will be expected to do in the coming questions. Now, since all of these values are in percentage, so we need to understand, say for the year 2016, total production is 28,000, right? So this is 28,000. So if you want to see how much is this, so it will be 2800 likewise. Now let's get started with the questions and then see how we can solve these questions one by one. Before we go ahead with the questions, now I would like to tell you how you can speed up your calculation techniques. You have to keep into mind that the y-axis is representing values in percentage, and we are starting from 2013 and we are ending at 2017, right? And also given the total production in numbers of units. So this is 24,000. I'm writing only 24. This is 26,000. I'm writing only 26. This is 20,000. This is 28,000, and this is 32,000. So 1% would be 320, so on and so forth. Let's have a look at the question now. The question says if 75% of T-type bikes produced in all the given years were being sold by the company, then how many T-type bikes were left unsold in the company? So if 75% were sold, then we can understand that unsold will be how much? 25%. 100 minus 70 is 25%, or we can also see it as 1/4 of the total value, right? All we need to is now focus on values of bike model type T. Now these are the values. So first we'll have to calculate 24,000, 20% of that, and then 1/4 of that, right? So let us now write the 1/4, that is 25% for each year, and we'll end up the it. You'll be basically adding up all these values, right? As simple as that. Now I'll give you a trick how to do this very, very fast and how you can do this easily also, right? So now 24,000 is the total production, 20% is Model T. So 1/4 of 20 is say 5. So 5% of this, right? So if 10% is 2400, 5% would be 12%, 1200. I'm going to tell you this again. See, 20% was the total production out of 24,000, and 1/4 were unsold. So 1/4 of 20 is 5%. So what we have done is we have simply calculated 5% of this, right? Now, let us say for company for the year 2014, we're supposed to calculate this. So what are we going to do? We're going to do 1/4 of 35%, and 1% is equal to how much? 260. So 260. This is what we're going to do, right? So this happens to be how much? 65 into 35. So you can do this math, right? So 65 into 35 is how much? 5 5s are 25, 5 carried over 2. Then we have 30 and 15, 45 and 247 carried over 4. 6 3s are 18 and 4, 22. 2275, right? Let's go to year 2015. So 20,000 is the total value and 25%. So 1/4 of 20,000. So 20,000, 1% is how much? 200. and again 25%. Irrespective whether we're able to divide this by 4 or not, or this by 4 or not, we just have to see which one can be easily divided. So we divide this by 1/4. So 25 into 50 will be how much? So now you can easily do a square of 25, that is 625, and double of that, 625 into 2 is 1250. Getting it? Or you can also do 50 square and then half of it. Again, it will come 1215 only. 2016. So again 28. So 280, 1/4 of 280 is 70, and 70 into 15. So 1050. 15 sevens is 105. So 1050. Now comes 32. So 1% is 320. So 1/4 of 320 is 80, and 80 into 25. So 25 8 is 200. This becomes 2000. Right. So we need to add these values. I'm writing 1200 over here. So we can simply add up and check. Right. So as you can see, none of them has. So this is not possible answer. This is not a possible answer. Why? Because we are getting a last digit as 5. So 7 and 5, 12, and 5, 7. 7. So 75, the last digits are there. We need not calculate any further because none of these is not an available option. Had none of these been an option over here, we could have actually made the entire calculation. This is how you can go about it, right? So now one of you must be thinking that why don't we add all these and then do 1/4 of this? Now this is not the correct approach. Why? Because the base values for each of these stacks is different. One way in one stack 100% is corresponding to 24,000, in the other stack it is corresponding to 26,000, so on and so forth. So we'll have to do this calculation separately, right? Let's move on to the next question. What was the difference between the production of S type bikes in 2013 and Q type bikes in 2017? So S type is this in 2013, so PQRS, this is the S type bike, and Q type bike in 2017, so P and Q. So we're supposed to find this is 24. So 1% is 240. And this is how much? 32, 320. 1% is 320. So 240 into 22 minus 320 into 15. We're supposed to find the difference. So we'll take a mod value over here. This is what is to be done, right? So how do you go about solving this? So as you can see, amongst 240 and amongst 320, you can take 80 as common. So 80, when it comes out, we'll be having 3 into 22 is 66, minus 4 into 15 is 60. So we'll be left with 6 into 86 into 80 is 480. So option 1 becomes your answer, right? So you have to be smarter. It is not necessary that you do all the calculations in detail. You can just see what can be done while calculating this in a faster way, right? So what common can be taken out, and we can then solve it easily. Let's move on to question number 8. In the case of which of the following types of bikes was the percentage increase from 2015 to 2017 maximum? So they are asking you about the percentage increase in which type from 2015 to 2017. So this is P, this is Q, this is R, this is S, and this is T. So Q is out of question. Why? Because the value is degrowing. In which of the following types of bikes was the percentage increase from 2015 to 2017 maximum? Although you might be thinking that, sir, this is 20,000 and this is 32,000. Point taken. But since you're comparing only the percentage increase, so we can directly compare the percentages, right? So Q is basically nothing but it is degrowing, right? R is again not a significant increase. S is a meager increase of say 1 by 15. T, there is no increase. Had the question been asking me about the percentage increase in the units produced, then we would have calculated the actual number of units, but nothing is mentioned, so we can directly compare the percentages. So only in case of P, you can see from 10% to 20%, there's a growth of 100% over here. So the option 4 becomes the only correct answer, and you can just only by seeing it, you can mark the answer. There's no need to calculate it. I'm telling you again, if the question asked what is the growth in terms of the number of units produced, then you would have actually calculated with to these values, right? Let's move to question number 9. Let us now have a look at question number 9. Let's see what question number 9 has to say. The question number 9 says, what is the ratio of the total number of bikes produced in the year 2014 for P, Q, R, and S types? 2014 P, Q, R and S types where the total production was 26,000, so 26,000 over here, right? And the total number of bikes produced in the year 2016 for P, R, and S 2016, P, R, and S together, and the total production over here is 28,000 for the year 2016, right? So for 14 is to 16, we're supposed to find the ratio. So for the year 14, we'll have to calculate how much 16 plus 14 makes it 30. 30 and 20 is 15, and 50 and 15 is say 65% of 26,000, right? And at the denominator, we'll be having 70%, 40 plus 10 plus 20 of 28,000. You solve it further, what do we get? We get 65 into 26 upon 70 into 28. So this goes away 13 times, this goes away 14 times. 13 fives are and 14 fives are. So what we have is 169 over 196. So we don't have any answer as of right now over here. So the only option available is none of these because 169 is to 196 is the answer, right? So guys, this is how you can approach such questions. You need not calculate the values for numerators and denominators separately. Whenever there's a calculation of a ratio that is required, you can simply solve it like this and come on to the answer. Total number of bikes produced in 2013 of Q and R type together is what percentage more or less than the total number of bikes produced P and S type in 2015. So 2013 Q and R, P, Q and R. So we have to find 38% of how much? 24,000. This is the first value we're supposed to find, right? And then we go to 2015 PNS to 2015 P, Q, R, and then S. We're supposed to find 25% of the year 2015. So 13, 14, 15 is 20K, right? So we're supposed to find the difference. So this, what it is asking is 1 minus 2 upon 2 into 100. This is what is being supposed to be calculated. This is was what we're supposed to find, right? This is 20,000. Okay, let's do some calculation over here. Fine. So P and S, P and S is 25% of 20,000. That happens to be 1/4 of it. So 1/4 of 20,000 would be 5,000. This will be 1,100 over here. This will be 5,000 over here. And what? How much is this much? So we're supposed to calculate 38% of 24,000. So we simply multiply 38 and 24, right? So 8 fours are 32, 2 carried over 3, 16 and 12 is 28, 28 and 3 is 31, 1 carried over 3, 3 to the 6 and 3, 9, right? So 9120 minus 5,000, so it will be 4120 upon 5,000 into 100. I'm telling it to in detail because you have to understand this. So it will be 412 upon 5, this much percentage more. So we're supposed to find out this. So this will be 80. 8 times is 40, 1. So 8 twos are and 82.4. So the total number of bikes produced is how much percentage more? So it is 82% more. But the exact answer is 82.4% more. Let us see whether we have an 82.4%. So 80 less is not there, 80 less is not there. So sorry, this is not there. Now there is a catch. So if the question asked me about the approximate value, then this could have been the answer. But if there is no mention of the approximate value, then this will be the answer, right? So if the question was asking what is the approximate value, then we round it out to the nearest integer, 82% more would be the answer. Elsewise, 82.4 being the exact answer, since it is not available over here, we'll go with none of these, right? So over here, I would prefer and suggest you to go with none of these and not with 82% more. Why? Because there is no mention of what is the approximate increase with respect to the previous value, right? So I hope you understood the simple concept of a stack bar graph wherein we had values and broken down into percentages. In the next bar graph, I'm going to take up one different set of bar graphs and do practice these type of bar graphs. There are almost 3 to 4 sets in your practice sheet that you can work upon on similar bar graphs. And do let me know how you're going about them. And if in case of any doubts, you can always get back to me. Bye bye.